It was Victor's idea. A bike ride to flout the German occupation that had been sapping us for 4 years. It was June, and all we wanted was to ride our bikes, have a blast, and feel the wind on our faces. On our way, we passed dozens of German trucks camouflaged with leaves. I think they also sensed the end was near. We found a secluded spot deep in the woods and spent the day making up for lost time. We drank to our friends who'd been sent to Germany for compulsory work service. Our buddy Simon chugged the rest of the bottle in one go. I found him an hour later. He was staggering about shouting, "Long live the Americans!" My cousin fell into a drunken stupor after toasting her brother, who'd been sent to the front. My girlfriends pestered me to take pictures of them, especially my childhood friend Agathe. She loved posing for my camera. Already, she imagined herself in the arms of a handsome American GI. But I wasn't in the market for love. I'd already found it. His name was Victor, 24 years old. He might not look it, but behind his spectacles, Victor was no doubt the bravest boy I'd ever met. I bragged to my parents about how he'd gone to graduate school in Paris, already held a degree in German, and now taught primary school in Audincourt. But when I told them I wanted to marry him, my mother read me the riot act. A Catholic in a family of Protestants? Tongues will wag in the neighborhood, Papa said. But my parents knew I was stubborn as a mule, and in the end, they gave in. I got married last spring. At the banquet, I raised a toast to life and love, stronger than religion, stronger than gossip, stronger than this war.
August 15th, 1944, a second Allied invasion opens a new front in the south of France. The objective of the surprise offensive was to advance up the Rhone Valley, force the German army to retreat, and entrap them in a pincer movement. The vast majority of soldiers come from the colonial army: Senegalese, Moroccan, Chadian, all under the orders of General Delattre de Tassigny. This army took the name of the First French Army. In just 2 weeks, the whole of Provence had been liberated. Thousands of Wehrmacht soldiers were taken prisoner.
One morning, Victor called the family together to replant the garden before winter. His big brother Jean rolled up his sleeves and set to work weeding with his wife Marie. I liked those two. Jean was so different from Victor, impulsive and quick to complain, but with a heart of gold. We toiled away all afternoon and collapsed in a heap at the end of the day. Through my viewfinder, Jean looks troubled. He told us he was going to join the armed resistance. He was always saying, "It's our country, it's our job to liberate it." Before Jean left, Victor wanted to take a picture of his brother. In the photo, Jean has his head high and his eyes proudly fixed on the horizon. His wife, Marie, insisted on posing with their baby, Christiane, and their son, little François. In the pictures, Marie puts on a good face. No one would ever guess that just a few minutes earlier, she was weeping in the kitchen.
August 17, 1944. Jean joins the 3,000 maquisards who were fighting in one of the largest scrubland terrains in France, that of Laumont, 15 kilometers from Audincourt. With the invasion, hundreds of civilians joined the armed resistance. In the autumn of 1944, there were over 100,000 maquisards in remote mountainous regions preparing guerrilla operations. They gradually became more formally organized and were trained by the FFI, the French Forces of the Interior. The youngest and most militant would join the First French Army.
Marie has been unable to nurse her baby since Jean left. Stress, lack of meat, and vitamin deficiency, according to the doctor. I try everything I can to cheer Marie up. I finally rouse her from bed by threatening to sell little Christiane to the Germans. But the reality is, nothing's happening. The Germans are still here. Taking pictures became my way of fighting boredom and maintaining an ounce of insouciance. All this waiting is going to drive us nuts in the end. Victor hasn't really been the same since his brother left. There's something serious now in his eyes. He locks himself away for days at a time in our room, writing page after page. He translates German messages intercepted by a group of resistance. I see him less and less. When are those Americans going to get here?
August 19th, 1944. In Paris, the resistance that had been chomping at the bit since D-Day launches an attack. Gunfire. Barricades. The streets empty and become the scene of urban guerrilla warfare. Hundreds of bodies are scooped from the sidewalks of the capital. August 25th, after 6 days of armed revolt, General Leclerc's troops enter the city. Paris is liberated. To the cheers of thousands of Parisians, General de Gaulle announces the creation of a provisional government of the French Republic. The Vichy regime crumbles.
Paris, Paris outragé, Paris brisé, Paris martyrisé, mais Paris libéré.
Since yesterday, Simon has been acting like an American GI. He wants to kiss all the girls in the village. But one of them refuses. My friend Agathe. A little later, Agathe admits she no longer dreams of an American GI. Instead, she's fallen into the arms of A German soldier. I tell her she's crazy, but Agathe's in love. And there's no way anyone can reason with that, not even me, her best friend.
August 29th, 1944. In the liberated towns, the time has come for revenge. The resistance hunt down anyone who has denounced, made money off of, or given information to the enemy during the 4 years of occupation. Women who'd had relations with Germans are dragged onto the public square, humiliated and sometimes stripped of their clothes, their heads shorn. Among them, women who'd collaborated, but also women in love, prostitutes, and even cleaning ladies who'd worked for the Germans. Between 20,000 and 40,000 women had their heads shaved during the liberation. Members of the French milice, Marshal Pétain's political organization, were actively sought. They were accused of tracking down Jews, rounding up those who refused compulsory work service, and of torturing and executing resistance.
September 19th, 1944. Dear Grandpa, some men came to the house for Victor. They were with the milice. I told him to hide or escape through the garden. But Victor didn't want to stir up trouble. He followed them without a fight. For 3 days now, I've been shut in the house with Marie and her children. I wonder who could have denounced Victor and where he might be now. I think of you, how lucky you are to be in free France. Here, time drags on, but I won't give in to despair. I resist. Much love, your little Andrée.
People in the occupied zone lived in fear of bombings. The Allies sought to destroy railroads, bridges, and junctions that enabled the enemy to continue holding out. From June 1944 to May 1945, close to 63,000 tons of bombs were dropped on France. Cities like Caen and Le Havre were practically wiped off the map. During the liberation period, Allied bombardments killed over 60,000 civilians.
I can't sleep anymore. I watch the lights in the sky. Eventually, I find them beautiful. It's horrible. Early this morning, little François got up to finish packing his bag. He reminds me of his father, Jean, the day he left to join the maquisards. Same proud look, same determination. François is going to Switzerland with the Red Cross and hundreds of other children. Marie didn't think twice. He'll have food there, and he'll be far from the bombs. We followed the convoy a few miles, then hurried back to lock ourselves inside. For 7 days, the shutters have been closed. For 7 days, I've been seeking Victor's whereabouts.
September 21st, 1944. Germans are on edge. They harass the people and increase their efforts to track down any sign of resistance. Backed by the French milice, the Gestapo, the Third Reich's police, step up the pace with their roundups, deportations, condemnations, and summary executions.
A farmer found his body lying in the woods near Montbéliard. The Germans gave the order, and the French milice pulled the trigger. A group of resistance came by with the news this morning. They told me Victor stood firm. He didn't talk, didn't give any names. They gave me the photos he had in his jacket pockets, and it hit me what they'd done to Victor. The Germans refused to let me have his body.
Forscht Deutschland nicht nur an der Front, sondern auch in der Heimat über Millionen wehrbereiter, wehrentschlossener Männer verfügt, die den festen, unerschütterlichen Willen haben, niemals vor den Feinden des Reiches die Flagge zu streichen und feige zu kapitulieren.
November 1944. The German army still refuses to lay down their arms. For 6 months, the Allied troops have been fighting on French soil. For 2 months, they've been blocked south of Montbéliard. The soldiers of the First Army are wearing out. But against all expectation, General Deloget de Tassigny launches an attack. After 3 days of fighting, the German stranglehold is finally broken. Hope is reborn among the people who'd been mentally preparing for a fifth winter under bombs and German repression. The First Army continues on its way towards the village of Audencourt.
Two months now that Victor's been dead. 2 months that I no longer go out. 2 months I no longer take photos. This morning, 2 explosions rocked the village. Marie opens the shutters and says, "It's going to be a long, beautiful day. Get your camera." We hurry out to the streets. A man runs by shouting, "They're gone, they're gone." Before they left, the Germans blew up the post office and the bridge. Tanks and soldiers suddenly appear in the middle of the village. Some cry tears of joy, others of relief. Many rush to the soldiers to touch them, as if to make sure it's all actually real. I see a few who didn't do much for the resistance during the past 4 years. I think of Victor. Marie gets swept up in the crowd. I can't see her anymore. A lot of people asked me to take their picture with the soldiers, as if they were afraid the moment would vanish, that it was all nothing but a dream. A man with dark skin sees me snap his picture. He comes toward me. I tell him I don't speak English. He says he's from Chad. I don't think anyone's ever seen an African here. I get caught up in the crowd. I can't see anything. All I hear are shouts and cries. I can't breathe. The men have turned on some of the women from the village. Among them I spot Agathe. I put my camera down. I don't know what repulses me more, knowing that Agathe is going to have her head shaved, or the enraged crowd that revels in it. There, in the madding crowd, I finally spot Marie. She's just found Jean, Victor's brother. The Maquisards have come down from Le Mans. The photo of their reunion is for their baby and François, who's still in Switzerland. Jean hasn't learned yet that his little brother Victor is dead, a hero of the resistance.
The fight to liberate France lasted nearly a year. It came to an end on May 8, 1945, with the unconditional surrender of Nazi Germany. It was a period that destroyed and divided the French people as never before.
I recovered Victor's body and asked to have it buried in Audincourt. His remains now rest a few yards from our house. Little François returned home 8 months after he left. Jean obtained his resistance card. He was made part of the village's purge committee. He sought the militiamen who executed Victor, but was unable to find them. Agathe had a baby a few months after the liberation. Her daughter never learned who her father was. I remarried and had 2 lovely children. I never forgot Victor, but for years I hid the photo albums of our relationship. Victor is my greatest secret, my greatest wound.